Hello everyone, I am Father Cash. Previously, Ghidorah has risen, but I don't expect you to know that because this is probably the first time you're seeing me or my channel, so thank you for being here. Again, this video will focus on my honest opinion about the new figures that were revealed earlier this morning, while also acknowledging other opinions I've seen this far. So if you disagree, that'll be perfectly fine. And you're welcome to disagree. I'd love to hear your own thoughts in the comments. So now we can get started. Bear with me, I do not have a proper mic, nor a mic at all, so that's why the audio may not be the best, but it should be fine for now. But like I said, earlier this morning at about 1 to 2 a.m., I was scrolling on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, and I saw people talking about how bad some SHMA was or were. And I kept scrolling, confused, until I saw what they were talking about. This. Try! So I understood why they were upset, and especially as an avid collector of SHMA, as you can see on my channel, I unbox a lot of SHMA or figures in general, so yep. About a few moments later, I saw the full set of promo pics, which do the figures a bit more justice for me, but still a bummer to look at. So, why were they a bummer? Well, regarding the new Godzilla, I think the straight up blue color that they chose for the spines was weird, especially when comparing it back to the Godzilla 2021 figure that they did. The color seems to be a bit different, but seeing as I have neither the 2021 nor the 2024, of course, GXK, I cannot properly determine that. With that, it's basically still the same 2019 King of the Monsters mold that we have received, well, ever since 2019. I do know that the design, the Godzilla design from King of the Monsters through Godzilla vs. Kong, and maybe some of Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire, which we have seen recently, some new footage, remains pretty unchanged, which was stated by Adam Wingard, the director of both Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, Godzilla X Kong. I prefer Godzilla X Kong, but no. So technically the sculpt was also tweaked by Yuji Sakai, but there's only so many things that you can really change about this design, Now, if you don't understand why this is unfavorable, well, it's because to date, there are 6 different SH Monster Arts figures that have been released since 2019, all sharing this mold pretty much. And now with this new one for Godzilla X Kong, there will be 7. As you can see, this is a lot. I personally own about 3 of these, being the standard 2019. Sorry, I didn't feel like swapping out the jaw effect part. My SH Monster Art Shma.
You are a worthless bitch.
My Godzilla 2019 event exclusive version, which came out in 2020, and the Burning Godzilla. Now, personally, I believe the Burning Godzilla to be the worst one here, or just look the worst, because, look at it. When I purchased it, I found it for about $30 to $40 off the original MSRP. Thought, okay, maybe it won't be so bad now that I'm getting it for cheaper, but I still think it's bad. So I feel bad for people who purchased it at the full price. I personally, if you want to know, I do consider my event exclusive to be my favorite one here. And, you may disagree. You may think that the standard might be the only good looking one here. You may think none of these look good, and that's fine too. So as you can see, this is 3 out of the 6 available right now, and soon to be 3 out of the 4 in the coming months. As you can see, imagine 4 other versions pretty much looking all like this. As you can see, it's a lot. So now you can better understand why fans are upset. So I think I can speak for most of the community when I say we're tired of seeing the same mold. And as a nod to older SH Monster Arts collectors, I think this mold now has been milked more than the Godzilla 1995 mold.
Release me!
It's so obvious that they're trying their best to milk these molds one last time before they have to make something new like the Dragon Ball franchise.
Shut your bitch ass up.
3 of these weren't even necessary, being poster color version, the night color version, and the event exclusive version. Now, this might be a hot take, I'm not sure, but the only reason the poster version doesn't get outed like the other 2 probably is because people actually like that release, and I do too. It looks good. I don't own it, unfortunately, but based off the unboxings and the reviews I've seen, it does look good, and it comes with a lot of cool stuff. But that wasn't necessarily needed. And when you think about it, that means that SH Monster Arts technically hasn't made like a supercharged Godzilla 2019, which is also kind of sad. I also understand that based off the Godzilla X Kong trailer, everyone assumed the next figure would be the Godzilla evolved form that you can see here, sporting his new look, slimmed down, pink spines, and some new facial features, I guess you could say. This form had been presented for most of the trailer and recent Playmates toys, along with some others, to come out. And now we can move on to Kong, which I don't really have as much criticism for. It's the same mold as the 2021 design, but sporting a color scheme to suggest he's aged since then. I don't necessarily think them re-releasing the same mold is bad. Editing Father Cash again here. I just realized that I was wrong. So the SH Monster Arts Kong will have 4 different figures, if I'm correct. So the first one being our first version in Godzilla for Godzilla vs. Kong back in 2021. Then we received a alt version. I don't exactly remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it basically was the same thing, but with a battle axe effect and a damaged Mechagodzilla head that he could hold. Now, I believe that this release is also cool, but there's no reason why that stuff couldn't have been provided for that first released version of Kong. They've been able to add cool stuff like that in with other first releases like the SH Monster Arts Heisei Rodan, where they had the same, damaged Mechagodzilla head and a bunch of cool effect parts like that. Seems like SHMA doesn't want to do that anymore. But yeah. But it's a alright version nonetheless. And then now we're getting to our third version, which is the one that I'm focusing on in this video, which is a repaint making him look older with a slightly different colored axe, which is disappointing because just realizing that we're going to have a version of this that's just slightly different in color, being the third one, it's like, okay, we're getting to, there's too many now. And then a fourth one with the Beast Glove. There's no reason why they couldn't have added an alternate hand and arm attachment with the Beast Glove, or just, skip this quick money grab. Now, I do own the King Kong or Kong 2021, which I recently broke, as you can see here. Voice crack. As you can see here, messing around with the hip post ability, and the socket right here popped right off, and it probably can't be fixed. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions that would help, but the hip area genuinely just is not good because the attachment inside is just really cheap and even flimsy, even for an SHMA. So that explains why there are so many Kongs still available on the market and for cheap to me. The mold does allow for great articulation though, so hopefully they take the time to address the problems with it. They will not. Also, on my copy, the forearms never like to stay on. As you can see, one fell off as I picked it up. And it just... Alright, that one doesn't want to fall off. But as you can see, this doesn't... Why would I want to play with this? Why would I want to touch this? Why would I want to purchase another? So hopefully they can maybe take a look at the engineering, but who knows? I do want to call attention to the new axe that Kong seems to sport. It seems like it's now white and blue, white tips at the end of the, Godzilla dorsal fin. It looks different from, the old version where it was just black or gray and blue. I think that's really interesting. It may spark many new theories regarding the movie. However, I've also just heard that it's clear plastic, but to me it looks like white, so I'll leave it up to the comments to decide. SH Monster Arts has not made any original MonsterVerse legendary kaiju at all. Like the Mutos, nope. The closest thing we have to a MonsterVerse original monster is this right here. This is sad, okay? This is really, really sad. Now, King of the Monsters, we got all four, but you know, they made all four of those characters previous iterations in the past. And then Kong, they've also made a different Kong figure, but Scar King and Shimu, they might not even get made. Now, this is probably wrong. I hope it's wrong. There's no reason for them to not make it because it's even more money, which everyone likes. But I was just thinking to myself, like, that's crazy. Like, they have not made a single one. Okay, lastly, really quick spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the new Godzilla footage from, I believe, the new Japanese trailer, you can skip ahead. But before moving on, I saw this clip of Godzilla rising above the Roman Colosseum, which I really enjoyed because it sounds like a leak I've heard back in spring of 2023. But also, more importantly, in July, I had the chance to travel to Rome and be at the Colosseum. So I really enjoyed knowing that me and Godzilla have been at the same place at one point in time. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I'm interested in covering a SH Monster Arts versus Haya Toys comparison, but let me know what you think in the comments below if you're interested. Although, warning, I don't have any Haya figures at this moment, so I'm speaking from other unboxings, opinions, and the community, basically. Thank you guys for watching again, and while I don't have any videos quite like this one, I do have other videos, so if you'd like to stick around the channel and check some of those out, that would be greatly appreciated. And have a great day.